Hi guys, today's Google Doodle, and this is my interpretation and my opinions. So, I could be wrong, but what it appears to me when they use the blue and white color scheme, especially in the background with wispy lines, it says to me a water event tsunami. The tsunami they're depicting here appears to be as tall as Tower Bridge and Big Ben. I'm going to get to that in a minute. The people are all blue, which suggests to me they're underwater. That could again be the same reference that they had in the animated Google Doodle, the 3D one, where they had the whole underwater scene. Again, they're sort of depicting everyone underwater. Um, for the last couple of months, they've been doing this thing where they changed the third O into something else, and they've got the Go separated, and they've got the GLE separated. Now, this is just an interpretation, but that could be Go, and then these other letters could be corresponding numbers, which is 7, 12, and 5. 7 and 12 make 19, and then E is the number 5. That could be Go 19th of May. Again, this is just an interpretation. But over here they've got, excuse me, over here they've got Big Ben, and the clock is set at 10 past 10. And again, 10, 10, that could be 20, but there's two clock faces, so 20 and 20. That could be the year 2020, but if it's this year, then it could be 22 if you take out the zeros. So Go 19th of May and then 22. Again, with the 22, you've got this character here whose name is Sam Selvon, and they're celebrating his 95th birthday. But he is connected to this other character here who's the only other person wearing white, and in the middle it creates a V, and the V again could be the Roman numeral for 5 or the representation of the number of V, which is 22. And again, that will just correspond to the 22nd of May. So far, two references possibly to 22 with the clock and the V intersection just down here, the Go 19th of May, and this whole water scene, underwater, all these people. The only word exposed on any of these newspapers is classified, or the classifieds, which is a part of a newspaper, but could have a double meaning there. Again, even on this guy's jacket here, you've got two marks there, and then you've got a 2 possibly there as well. 22, again, could that be representing? Could even see that as possibly a V, another representation of 22. I'm not exactly, or even a representation of 522. So from what I'm seeing here, and this is just an interpretation, I have to make that very clear to some people, that we've got Google possibly saying Go on the 19th of May, 22, 22nd of May, 22 May, this whole tsunami scene, a kind of big one, and people underwater, and this is obviously landmarks from London, so the UK would be implicated in this. And Sam Selvon, he's a writer, but what stood out to me most is when they're describing him, they're saying that his work was groundbreaking, particularly in relation to a novel he wrote called The Lonely Londoners. And obviously, when we think about if there is going to be a giant tsunami, then it definitely has to have something to do with some sort of earth movement to move the ocean that much. So groundbreaking would be, right in line with a tsunami event, if that's what Google is depicting there. Again, just an interpretation. But looking into it a little bit further, Tower Bridge is 65 meters tall, which is about 213 feet, and Big Ben is 96 meters tall, which is about 314 feet. So I looked to see if there were any tsunamis in history that have been recorded at that height, and the largest one was the Tuya Bay, which some of you may know about, which was 1,740 feet tall, and that was the result of a landslide. And obviously, if a piece of a volcano or an island is to break away and fall into the ocean, that would be classified as a landslide. So there's an example of something that could be caused by a landslide. but we're looking at something a bit smaller, around 314 feet. The closest I could find was Alaska tsunami from 1964, which was generated by a 9.2 magnitude earthquake. So again, that's the kind of region I've been talking about, a magnitude 9 or above, a mega quake to cause a mega tsunami. And, you know, that would definitely affect volcanoes. And I don't know if it's the earthquake first and then the volcano, or the volcano first, then the earthquake, but the result of the earthquake is the tsunami. So that's what we're looking out for. That's what I'm looking out for anyway. Again, this is all just an interpretation, but when you look at this Google Doodle and you see the blue and white color scheme they're using in the background, how wispy and wavy it is, the blue people, it's clear to me that they're showing an underwater scene there, and the interpretations of 22. I mean, you may disagree, but that's what I'm seeing. 22, 5, 22 and 5, 22, go 19th of May. So we'll see, but that's what I see. So you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and God bless.